Hello traders, what's up? Welcome back to our weekly analysis. Last week, of course, was another awesome week as we are recording some massive pips, though we experienced low volume towards the end of the week due to the US holiday. So this week, basically, we are very expectant because one, the month of November is closing and the month of December, of course, is opening in the same week. Of course, we'll be expecting the non-farm payroll this same week. So this week, we will see high volatility in the markets. So let's dive straight into the analysis for this week. But before that, please, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to like, share, and hit the subscribe button. Of course, turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new content, you will be the first to get notified. My returning subscribers, I want to say a very big thank you to you guys. All right, let's roll into the analysis for this week. This week, basically, we'll be looking at gold, NASDAQ, pound Japanese yen, and of course, US oil based on demand. So starting off with our USD index as usual. USD index at last week, basically price was trading within this range. So we were expecting a breakout to continue to retest this broken structure or a breakdown to this demand zone. But of course, price did break out due to the low volume. It could not push higher. We saw price kind of trade back into the zone and of course break below, which of course left last week kind of ranging. So what is the expectation this week on the index? So basically this week I will be looking out for a bearish USD. This week I'm expecting USD to go bearish. So looking at the structure, we can see that the bearish structure is being maintained. We saw a range at this point, then price dropped aggressively. This of course is another range, so there's expectation that we should see price continue bearish, of course, at least for us to have level 1, 2, and of course a third level. Price might even drop lower all the way to this zone because of the expected volume this week. So this week, RIP to USD. That is basically my expectation based on technicals. All right, so based on the information we have gathered here on the USD index, let's quickly jump into the pace of the week. Gold last week, we expected price to drop down into the demand zone. Of course, price did drop exactly to the point of expectation, exactly to the price, because I did leave us with this price level 1728.423. That is exactly the price I left us expecting that we will see a rejection there, and price did drop all the way to that exact price. Then we saw a rejection. So my expectation still remains a bullish continuation on gold for this coming week. Of course, we might see price aggressively push higher. Then of course, if price does that based on the RIP we are looking out for on USD, then we should see gold target this level, this area here. We should see price push all the way into this zone of interest. So basically, gold, we are expecting a bullish continuation. It has of course done what we expected last week for it to drop into the demand zone, retesting this broken structure, of course, for price to push higher. So the expectation is when Friday's high is taken out, price should continue bullish. This is the expectation on gold. Gold is a buy for this coming week. All right, so let's quickly take a look at the next pair, which is of course we're going to be looking at NASDAQ. So basically on NASDAQ, we are expecting a bullish continuation on NASDAQ. So we did see price break above this structure. So we saw a kind of retest, though price downshoot before kind of pushing higher. So basically there's an expectation for price to continue higher. There's a range here to the left that price should basically fill. So considering this impulse buy, we are expecting price to continue bullish this week. So this is basically a range which of course also a retest of broken structure. So if 11928.4 price level is taken out, then we should see a smooth ride to the upward direction, basically price targeting this area of interest, which of course is also a very significant area. Is a supply. Of course, taking a look to the left hand side, you can see it's not just an ordinary supply, it's a liquidity grab area. So that is the area I'm expecting NASDAQ to ride all the way to. So this week NASDAQ is a buy. Now, away from NASDAQ, let me quickly take a look at the next pair, which of course is going to be pound Japanese yen. So pound Japanese yen, basically this one is kind of tricky, as of course price is currently trading within a range. So you can see prices retested this supply. We saw rejections. Even Friday kind of tried to dip into the zone but could not, leaving a wick to the top, signaling there is rejection at the highs. There are probabilities that price would be shooting downwards. So of course we wouldn't want to take chances, because this is a double bias. Like I say, it's a bit tricky. Looking at the rejection we got from this area, that was I think far back October, we saw some aggressive buys after that rejection. So we have done level 1, level 2, we are yet to do level 3, considering this rejection level here. So of course we can see an inner level here, 1, 2. Of course there's a range here, price is struggling to go bullish, and there is a retest here. So structure has been critically maintained. So in this kind of scenario, this kind of situation, of course you don't want to be directional, you want to be bi-directional, so that if price breaks above the key levels, you know what exactly to do. So I'll be looking out for buys when price closes above this rejection, which is of course is the supply. So we should be seeing price take out this immediate highs, or price retesting this immediate highs. Then of course if price closed below 167.393, which of course would be where I'm considering this range to terminate, then of course we should see price drop, or at least to this area of interest, which of course is acting as a demand zone, because that is where we saw price rejected, and of course from that area of that zone we saw price pushing higher. So on pound Japanese yen, we are basically double bias. Price breaks above this zone, we look out for buys. Price breaks below 167.39, then we look out for sells. Then of course we want to conclude with US oil. All right, so with US oil, last week we basically were looking for sells on US oil, which of course it did as expected, though we did not get to the target expected. We expected price to dip down all the way to this level 68.91 level, but of course price did not do that. Then again, is due to the bank holiday, which of course brought about low volume. So this week, of course, I've mentioned earlier in the video that we are expecting volume. Please, before as I continue, if you are new to this channel, please kindly click the subscribe button, and don't forget to like and share the video as well. Let's go together. Thank you guys. All right, so I'm expecting a bearish continuation on the US oil this week. So basically I wouldn't take the sells unless of course this low is taken out. So though we are expecting sells back to 68.91 due to this area, or this liquidity area here to the left hand side. Of course, when you take a look at the left hand side, there's a range here, clean range to the left hand side, which we are expecting price to fill that range to the left hand side. But of course, if we step down to 4-hour time frame, then of course we realize that market structure is being maintained in favor of the base. Then of course this wick here is not supposed to be taken for granted, that rejection. But of course this is a zone of interest. Previously price was expected to reject that from that zone or break below to continue all the way to 68.91 price level. But of course what happened, we saw price break below the zone, trap traders, trap the sellers, and then close above the zone, then of course push higher to retest this zone or that range before price is now back into the zone. Of course we can see that there's bearish volume currently in price, so of course we should be expecting a bearish continuation. But of course if you want to be cautious in this trade, wait till price breaks below this wick, this low that was previously rejected, which is 75.18. Then of course if price closed below it, then we should expect a smooth ride to the downside. Of course personally I will not be looking out for anything buy, so for me I'll be looking out for sells on US oil. But like I said, be patient. When it breaks the low, then you can join the ride. So guys, thank you very much for sticking around up to this point. Please remember to like and share the video. Thank you very much. Until our next video, see you then. Peace.